surprise, surprise, surprise! On the loneliest night of the week, Tuesday evening, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a special edition, a very special edition of the Metal Motel tonight, because, it was a dreary afternoon here in SoCal. The skies opened up, the thunder started booming, the lightning was flashing across the sky, and the heavens opened up. It's the first rain we've had here in SoCal in probably 6 or 7 weeks, and everyone else is welcoming it. Yes, we love it. Yes, we never get to see rain in SoCal. I hate it. It ruins all my going out plans. It's pretty depressing. But my daughter, after school, wanted me to go into the garage and look for her old My Little Pony figures. I said, okay, today's the day to do that. Nothing going on, right? I go down the garage, start unearthing boxes, and I found a box that I thought may have been hers, but it was not. In this box were some old Maxell cassettes, and I found one of interest. One side was Dehumanizer from Black Sabbath, and the other side was No More Tears from OZZY. Full albums recorded onto, high-grade Maxell cassettes. You remember those, right? So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to throw it on because I have an old boombox in the garage. I listened to both sides of that cassette this afternoon, and it made my dreary afternoon not only not so dreary, it made it fantastic. And I thought to myself, I would love to count down the top tracks without OZZY from Black Sabbath. So tonight, we count down the top 9.5 Black Sabbath songs without Ozzy Osbourne. Of course, number 9.5 there. Kind of a cheat. Rat Salad from Paranoid. No Ozzy on that. It's an instrumental. Time Machine was number 9, of course, from 1992. From Dehumanizer, the aforementioned album that I listened to on cassette today. Let's move on to number 8. All right, this is going to be interesting shit. I promise you. Stay tuned. All right, Black Sabbath, Headless Cross, title track, number 8 on the countdown tonight. Metal Motel.
so brave and so proud. Listen for the beat as they pound the land to a tune of thunder. Watch as the legions ride again to a fate of death or torture. At the headless cross. At the headless cross. How do I feel when the locks refuse the key and the master's calling your name? Does the look of the charm really keep you from harm? Does the talisman protect you from pain? Listen for the beat as they pound the land to a tune of thunder. Watch as the legions ride again to a fate of death or torture. At the headless cross. At the headless cross. From the first in the night, when the black flashing light cut the crucifix head to the ground. There's no escaping the power of Satan. For a people so brave and so proud. Listen for the beat as they pound the land to a tune of thunder. Watch as the legions ride again to a fate of death or torture. Oh no, oh, oh. At the headless cross. At the headless cross. Oh, at the headless cross. Ooh, where will you run to? At the headless cross.
Sticking it in at number 8, title track from the 1989 album, The Headless Cross. Of course, the second LP, or CD, with Tony Martin. I was into it. Big time late 80s Sabbath head. Was I, the heavy metal wizard. As we count them down here on the Metal Motel, where the desert meets the beach. This next one, I'm sure everyone will know, and it's one of the great heavy metal tracks of all time. Talking about Die Young. Do it justice. Here on the Metal Motel tonight.
you see the writing in the air? Die young, gonna die young. Someone stopped the fear.
Truly one of the greatest heavy metal songs of all time, right there. Die Young, Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell album. First one with Ronnie James Dio, of course. May he rest in peace. And yes, Sans, by the way, S-A-N-S, right? Means Black Sabbath without OZZY. Just to clear that up in case anyone is a bit confused out there. I mean, listen, I get it. I understand. I may be a heavy metal wizard, but I'm not a grammatical wizard. Some of you out there might be. Let's move on to number 6. When this album came out, I guess I was around maybe 11, and I did get it because I thought of the album cover was so funny and fantastically evil. And of note, I distinctly remember this was the first album I got in trouble with my parents for listening to, and it's primarily because of this song.
Smile, watch us closely all the while.
Ian Gillan sounding as evil as he ever has and ever will. Disturbing the Priest coming in at number 6 tonight on the Black Sabbath Songs Without OZZY countdown. That one's off the Born Again album. And like I said, one of the first albums that I bought when it first came out, kind of a thing. That was around the time where I really discovered metal and punk, and I would make my way down to Mickey Music in Belleville, New Jersey, and go buy, the latest and greatest, whether it be Sabbath or Merciful Fate or the Rolling Stones, whatever it might be. I was into all kinds of tunes back in middle school. It was a self-discovering age. All right, it's the Metal Motel tonight where the desert meets the beach, and I am the heavy metal wizard, make no bones about it, and I love the small but very passionate Metal Motel community. I really appreciate you guys and gals, of course, keeping me company on a Tuesday evening, which, of course, as you know, is the loneliest night of the week. It's just pure fact. And by the way, the next Metal Motel, which will probably be this weekend, will be mostly, if not all, a request show, because I've gotten some good ones. Just go back, comment on an old Metal Motel stream, and I'll get your personal request on, because I do my due diligence. And I love you guys that much that I will devote an entire show, or at least most of the Metal Motel, to request. And that'll come up this weekend at some point. Okay, on to the Sabbath countdown number 5. This one, it might be a little bit controversial because it's a true, what I would call a mid-'80s power ballad. In the same year where OZZY got back with Sabbath to do Live Aid, Black Sabbath recorded a record that was originally going to be a Tony Iommi solo album called Seventh Star. You guys know your history, right? I don't need to go into this, but on that album, with Glenn Hughes on vocals, the band recorded a great power ballad. And at the time, it didn't see too much success. It was very limited, the success of the album and this song. But in retrospect, it is a great power ballad. Therefore, it comes in at number 5 on our Black Sabbath tracks, sans OZZY tonight. It's called No Stranger to Love. Well, let's get some heartfelt emotion out there with Glenn Hughes on the Metal Motel.
on the streets, I'm no stranger to love. Why can't you see I'm no stranger to love? Living on the streets, I'm no stranger to love. I'm a stranger in your arms. Oh, yes, I'm a stranger in your living on the streets, I'm no stranger to love. Why can't you see I'm no stranger to love? Living on the streets, I'm no stranger to love. I'm a stranger in your arms. Living on the streets, I'm no stranger to love. Why can't you see I'm no stranger to love? Living on the streets, I'm no stranger to love. Why can't you see?
I have a funny feeling that if that track had been released by, let's say, Foreigner or Def Leppard or any band that was really big back in 1985, 86, I think that song would have really taken off. But because it was Black Sabbath and it was so un-Sabbath-like, it kind of came and went. But boy, it made an impact on myself back in the day. I'll tell you that much. I love me some Glenn Hughes' Seventh Star from Black Sabbath, as that comes in at number 5, No Stranger to Love. Best Sabbath cuts, sans Ozzy Osbourne. Number 6 was Disturbing the Priest from Born Again. 7 was Die Young. 8, Headless Cross, which, of course, is the title track with Tony Martin. Number 9 was Time Machine, of course, which is Dio from Dehumanizer. We have an array of vocalists. I love that about this. It's not like we're doing 1 or 2 singers. It's more like 5. All right, this next one, our number 4 track on our countdown tonight, needs no introduction. To say that it's an all-time classic really doesn't do it justice, to be honest with you, because this song was big when it came out, and it remains one of the greatest and largest heavy metal songs of all time. And you got it on the Metal Motel. it's only right to let the tune play the entire distance. Just not right to cut something of this classic nature off just because the last 45 seconds trail off like that. One of Tony Iommi's great outros, in my opinion. Heaven and Hell, title track from one of the probably top 5 metal albums of all time in the history of heavy metal, right? And on our countdown tonight, the title track comes in at number 4 as we hit midnight and we close in on the witching hour. Well, you know what that means. We have to switch up and do, there we go. There's the blue BONG, midnight time, on our OZZY Sabbath cut countdown. I guess that's what you call it. On the Metal Motel tonight, where the desert meets the beach, with your gracious host, the Heavy Metal Wizard, live in SoCal on the Gotcha Metal channel. This next one, which comes in at number 3, had a major impact on my life. Because back in the late 80s, when this album came out, again, I was about 15, and I went from being a natural Black Sabbath fan to a Black Sabbath wizard, wearing all the patches on the back of my denim vest, wearing crosses from my leather jacket, and buying this t-shirt when it came out. This album, The Eternal Idol, and this song, like I said, had a major impact on my life, and that's why it comes in at number 3 on the countdown tonight on the Metal Motel. Metal Motel. That's right. Where the desert meets the beach, live in SoCal. That, of course, is the Ray Gillen version of The Shining from the Eternal Idol. You can get that on the reissue. I play that for a number of reasons. Number one, by some miracle, it's actually better than the one that was originally released with Tony Martin. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Tony Martin version, but I feel that one is just a little more emotional. And also, it's longer, which I love, by about a minute. And thirdly, I actually knew Ray Gillen back in the day, in my younger music industry days. Got to pal around with Ray when he was in Badlands, and we would go around singing that song in the car as I took him for interviews and whatnot. And it's a memory I'll never forget. Ray Gillen, rest in peace, my brother. What else can I say? Number 3, The Shining from Black Sabbath. Sans OZZY. The countdown tonight as we do the top 9.5 best Black Sabbath songs without OZZY. And of course, this is obviously based on my opinion. There's no factual basis in this. I'm sure everyone has their own opinion, but for the nature of the Metal Motel tonight, I figured it would be fun to do such a thing since I listened to Dehumanizer on cassette in its entirety earlier this afternoon. All right, but now it's late nights. We're past midnight, and it's time for our final 2 tracks. Number 2 is a song that, it's influenced so many hard rock and heavy metal fans and bands as well. I've heard interviews with countless bands, Metallica, Megadeth, Overkill, Sabotage, Guns N' Roses, etc., that have cited this song as a major influence. The riff is so simple, yet almost revolutionary. Off the Born Again album, again, Ian Gillan. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Zero the Hero on the Metal Motel. live from a smoky motel room here in Huntington Beach, SoCal. Zero the Hero, our number 2 song on the Black Sabbath Sans OZZY countdown tonight. Metal Motel music at its finest, right? It's the Gotcha Metal channel, and I'm the heavy metal wizard for the last time this evening. As we counted them down, you can see them on the screen, so I don't need to go into it again. I'll just tell you that I want to thank you guys and gals for hanging tonight. Bullet, Dave, Lou, Richie, Scotty, Fairy Girl, Charlene, Johnny Lasseter, everyone else out there. If I missed you, sorry. Our next Metal Motel session, the next time you hear me, we'll be doing a all-request show, or at least mostly request, like I said. And the number 1 track is not Neon Nights, and it's not Mob Rules either. It's not Children of the Sea, and it's not Turn Up the Night, and it's surely not Wishing Well, although all those tracks deserve some recognition. And no, it's not Anno Mundi either. Our number 1 song by Black Sabbath without Ozzy Osbourne is something very evil, very dark, very desperate sounding, and is by far and above, to me, the number 1 track Black Sabbath has ever recorded without Ozzy. From the Mob Rules CD, let's fall off the edge of the world tonight. Good night, everyone. Heavy Metal Wizard signing out.
I think about closing the door, and lately I think of it more. I'm living well out of my time. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I should be at the table round, a servant of the crown, the keeper of the sign.